Welcome to Mishna study, Masachat Sheviit, Perek Daled Mishnah He. In this Mishnah, we're going to speak about if a person doesn't uproot his olive trees, but he starts to cut off the branches, right? They would use this for wood. It's good firewood. It's good also for building. So is he allowed to go ahead and, I want to say, patch up? They take dirt, and this would help benefit the tree a little. They would take some dirt and it would patch up the cut, the raw cut area that you just chopped off this wood from. So you're allowed to do so, and then we'll see other laws when it comes to also these olive trees. If a person goes ahead and he cuts his olive tree, right? So as opposed to last Mishnah where he was uprooting it, over here he's cutting off the branches, right, in order so you could have some wood. So he's lo yachasem be'afar, right? Lo yachapeh be'afar. He can't go ahead and cover them in dirt. Next case, if someone cuts literally the korah is the wood beams, right? It's the branches, right? The branches of the shikma. So what's a shikma? Shikma is a sycamore tree. Its official scientific name is a Ficus sycamoris. I actually pulled it up in the next slide. I'll show you in a second. It's a type of, and Rambam says it's a type of fig tree. It looks like a fig tree. You'll even see the fruits over here. If you see the fruits in the bottom right corner, they look like figs, but they're really not as edible, right? They're not as tasty as figs, so people don't really use it for the fruit. They use the sycamore tree more for the wood, right? Because it has really good wood. So what would they do? So the betulat shikma is the tree in its earlier stages. And they would go ahead and they would cut this sycamore tree in its early stages so it grows better wood, right? It's almost like you would chop off the some of the branches so it grows stronger. And this is what they would do. So if you do so, right, so you're doing so for the wood, again, you can't cover that area with afar. But what you can do is cover it with rocks, with little stones or with straw. That's allowed. Now, if it comes to a betulat shikma, right, sorry. So beforehand, we were talking about a regular sycamore tree, right? You're allowed to cut off the korot for wood. But let's say you have a betulat shikma, you have a first year, it's its early stages, the sycamore tree. So you're not allowed to go ahead and chop off some of the wood on the side, on the Sheviit, because that's a work for that tree. That's how you're bettering that tree, right? That's how you're actually creating better wood for it. So you're not allowed to do so. Rabbi Yehuda omer kedar ka'asur ela og magbi'asrat v'chayim og gomeh me'am ha'aretz, right? Me'am ha'aretz. So what are you allowed to do? According to Rabbi Yehuda, you're not, in its normal way, you're not allowed to do so, right? You can't just go in and chop it within the 10 tefachim of the ground. What you do, cut it 10 tefachim off the ground. If it's 10 tefachim high and you chop over there, that's fine, right? Because that's not its normal practice, not a normal way of doing so. Or you could also just really slice it at the ground itself, with the ground, at ground level. That's also, right? Mi'arim ha'aretz, that's also would be allowed because that's not the norm. And Harambam ends off over here, v'halachak Rabbi Yehuda. He's posek halachak Rabbi Yehuda, and everyone's really puzzled of why he's posek like Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda is arguing on Tanakh Hamat. It's Yachid v'Rabbim, halachak Rabbim. Right? You take the majority opinion. You take Chachamim, Tanakh Hamat in the beginning. Why is he being posek like Rabbi Yehuda? Different Rishonim gave different answers. The case of Mishna wanted to say that over here Rabbi Yehuda maybe he's not cholek, he's only explaining, right? But it's also a little tough because we know Harambam's language. You only say Rabbi Yehuda is not arguing, and it's Amar Rabbi Yehuda ematai. Over here it's Rabbi Yehuda Omer. It's a language of arguing. I saw Tosafot Yom Tov actually says over here that Harambam, firstly I'd point out in the original Harambam, the first edition, he said en halachak Rabbi Yehuda. Over here in the final edition, it says halachak Rabbi Yehuda. So we see Harambam changed his mind. He's posek like Rabbi Yehuda. Also in the Mishnah Torah, he's posek like Rabbi Yehuda. And the Tosfot Yom Tov actually points out that there's a Gemara in Baba Batra that the Stam the Gemara, the regular Gemara over there, that's speaking, actually adopts Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. So that's why Harambam over here is posek like Rabbi Yehuda based off of that Gemara in Baba Batra.